Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 26 of the Craft Workshop podcast. If you're new to the channel or you're a regular viewer or even an original subscriber, I usually film the podcast from my workshop and I'm having such issues at the moment with the noise of the planes that it's actually stressing me out. So I've changed location. I'm actually at home. Yes, I do keep yarn in my dining area. I'm not in my craft room because that's way too messy and crowded. Although I have filmed a podcast from there once or twice, I think. But if you're an OG, the eagle-eyed amongst you will recognise this place as where I used to film all my tutorials. So if you can't crochet and you've always wanted to learn to crochet, I'll try and remember, I'll write a note to leave a link to the crochet tutorials, because I've had a few people have said that they really found them useful. So unfortunately the series is very short. Anyway, waffle already. So yes, it's the Craft Workshop podcast, not in the workshop. In case you are new, the workshop is a place that I have in my local art centre, and I do all the bulky kind of things like painting furniture, dyeing yarn, jewellery making. I've got a couple of sewing machines. No, I've got one sewing machine there. I've got two here, one at home. Yeah. So it's my space, a creative space with like-minded people where I just go to escape my very male household. So yes, I am British. I'm from the northwest of England, Manchester originally, and for 20 years I've been living in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam, with my South Africa partner Lawrence, our two boys Josh and William, who were born here, and the fur babies Jack and Daxter, who are also the male. Yeah, Jack's our Parsons Terrier, Daxter's my very fluffy, yeah, a bit cute, but we're also scared of him, ginger tomcat. So that's pretty much the roundup of who I am. If you want to find me on other social media platforms, I'm on Instagram with @Dawn'sDays. I do have a Ravelry account, although I'm really not active on there at all. And you can find me again with Dawn's Days. And then I host a really nice, still very small Facebook group, which is a general crafting group. For anybody who just wants to share what they've been working on really and ask tips and so forth, and that's for Crafty World 1. So I'll put links below, and if you also want to email me, you can email me at dawn@dawnsdays.com. So yeah, all that information will be listed in the description box below, along with show notes. So my show notes are either I'll mention, I'll put it in writing what I've spoken about, or I'll add a link directing you to a page where you can find the things I'm working on. I don't put timestamps as of yet on my videos because I do find that quite a lot of work. So the channel is originally started out as a vlog channel documenting my life in the Netherlands, so our family and friends overseas could keep track of what we're up to, and then yeah, it's slowly grown and I've made lots of lovely friends, and I am an avid crafter, hence having some wool in my dining room. So I decided to do a podcast once or twice in a month, just with a roundup of all the crafty things, because not everybody watches the vlogs is into craft, and vice versa. So if you don't watch the vlog, I'll give you a really short rundown of what our life has been like since the last podcast. So I have made some notes just to keep me focused. So what I like to do, mainly in the spring, summer months, is we have a very small motorboat in the Netherlands. It's called a sloop. And as you can imagine, we're surrounded by water where we live. And I like to do some sort of really relaxing, you know, chilled out kind of videos, sailing around on the canals. Anyway, boating season is over. So the boat went to bed. We put it in, yeah, like a rental area for boat storage. If you want to see, Lawrence did film a little bit of footage of sailing from where we moor the boat to where it goes to bed. So that's in episode 186 if you want to have a little look. And then, you know, throughout all the summer vlogs, there'll be a healthy smattering of boating. won't dwell on this too much, but yes, the Netherlands is in partial lockdown at the moment. We're not really impacted so much, just more inconvenienced at this stage. Probably you've seen on the news that there has been rioting, I believe in Rotterdam and in Amsterdam, and we have had a couple of tragedies that have from the rioting. As of yet, we're pretty much unscathed, and I've told both the boys to keep away from all that stuff. So yeah, let's move on from that topic. The other thing, also a little bit of a sort of stressy moment. I've mentioned this in the vlog a couple of times now. So Lawrence plays field hockey. He actually used to play for South Africa in his youth, and he's just been selected to play for the Dutch national veterans hockey team. And yeah, a couple of weeks ago, he was out on the hockey field with the veterans team playing like an inter-club friendlies kind of thing for practice. And a member of the opposition sort of hit the ground, had a massive heart attack. Lawrence did CPR for, he thinks, between 15-20 minutes. The ambulance further worked on the guy for another half an hour, he said, in the ambulance. And by all accounts, didn't look like he was going to make it. Anyway, the good news is he has miraculously pulled through, like made a really good recovery. He's gone from being on life support in ICU to, you know, he's made a really solid recovery. Obviously, you know, there will be a bit of sort of, you know, lasting damage from that. You don't escape a massive heart attack unscathed, do you really? But anyway, the doctors have fed back to the family, who've then fed back to Lawrence's club, to the veterans team, that you know, he's pulled through, thanks, you know, and the doctors have said it's the CPR that saved him. So, you know, goes to show. So guys, I would recommend even just stop the video now, I don't mind, just brush up on your CPR, you know, how to give compression and stuff, because it works. I'm telling you now, it works. So super proud of Lawrence. It was a bit of a hairy moment, you know, when he told me it had happened, and, you know, to get in the news. So yeah, really proud of him. Josh, my eldest, had a birthday. He turned 19, luckily just before the lockdown, so he did manage to go out and celebrate with the guys. So, because he had his 18th and he couldn't celebrate anything, because I think we even had a curfew at that point. So that was nice for him. I also had a birthday in October. I think I spoke about that in the last podcast. I turned 50, the big 50. So two of my friends treated me to a high tea in the local village. So I went there for high tea, and I think that would be in the last weekly vlog, which I think it's number 188. You'll see the footage from there. That was so much fun. And I've managed to catch up with quite a few of my girlfriends over the last few weeks. So yeah, it feels nice to just be, I don't know, mingling with people safely, of course. And then the other thing that I did, which was really fun, some of you here will watch the Ali, who's either from Little Drops of Wonderful or from this is it My Little Wonderful Life or This Little Wonderful Life? I always get mixed up. I think it's This Little Wonderful Life. Anyway, she did a little challenge during Vlogtober to podcasters or YouTube channels to film a what's on my windowsill video, or she said you could also film shelves. So I did that. If you want to have a look, go back to the 2 videos before this one, and you can have a nosy at what's on my shelves if you're interested in seeing that. So anyway, I'm drinking today plain old cassis, which is black currant, like a black currant cordial or syrup in the Netherlands. We call it, it's cassis stroop syrup. So if I start spluttering, I've got something to slurp on. So in today's episode, I don't think I've missed anything. No, in today's episode, I've got some crochet, some knitting, a little bit of sewing. I've got some lovely incoming, and if you stick to the end, I've got an announcement to make. So yeah, we've got a couple of giveaways running, so I need to think about that. I've not set a date on it. So anyway, I'll think on that as we go. How are we doing? Oh my gosh, 10 minutes in and I'm still waffling. Right, let's crack on. So the crochet, I think in the last episode I did I'd either just started this or I spoke about it. So I have made, I've not blocked it or anything yet, a star shape placemat for Christmas, or actually any sort of celebration. It's not really Christmassy colours. I wasn't speaking then, in case you're lip reading. This is in a really inexpensive sparkle yarn I bought from a local shop, and this is a durable, they're all cotton. So yeah, that's the star, and then since then I've been making another one. I did toy around with writing the pattern up, but I've not had the time. So yeah, it's on my list of things to do, but yeah. Because if you only want to do small ones, they make really nice coasters. So super happy with that. Yeah, that's better. You can just pick up the sparkle that's in that. I mean, you can do it in anything. I've got some Scheepjes sparkle, I think it's called, in black. So imagine black and silver, green and red for traditional, green and gold for traditional. So, I mean, you can pink, you know, for birthday parties. You can literally make these for anything. And yeah, I mean, this yarn is completely washable. So yeah, it doesn't matter if things get spilt on them. You can wash them. So that's what I've been working on. Just slow crochet, really. My shoulders flared up a little bit, so I've just been doing smaller kind of projects. So the other thing I bought, I shared it in one of the vlogs. I actually treated myself to a new hot water bottle. It's actually still got water in it. Because my old one, I didn't dare put water in it. I thought it'd perish. But it's getting a bit chilly, and also my home office is currently in my craft room, and I'm increasingly becoming alone in the house. And I don't live in a posh house or a swanky house, but I have 3 floors in the house. My craft room's on the first floor, and then the boys sleep on the second floor, which is the attic we've converted. So anyway, I don't want to put the heating on when there's just me in, you know, a 3-storey house, and I can't isolate the radiator in my craft room. So I thought, well, I'm just going to start taking a hot water bottle in with me, and, you know, and wrap up warm. So anyway, this is the hot water bottle, which I'll just plop on the floor. And then I'm making little granny squares. So hopefully this will be a Christmas themed one. And this is just stash in DK. I think it's actually this one in the middle. Sorry, I should go on this side. This one in the middle is it's a wet knit, so this is actually wool. I just wanted to use it up, and then the rest of it's just acrylic stash busting. So yeah, I didn't want to go for anything too bright. So what I'm going to do, I'm not following a pattern. I've worked out I should pick up the hot water bottle. Not very organised, never am. I've worked out that about 3 of these across make a good sleeve, so then it will be double-sided. And then I'm just going to keep going down in rows till I get to the bottom, and then I'll leave the bottom. So I'll stitch everything up, and then I'll just freehand crochet the cover. And I've been crocheting for many years, so freehand crochet is not a problem for me. There will be loads of free patterns for this on Ravelry, or just Google search granny square hot water bottle covers. I'm just sort of winging this as I go. And then I'll leave the whole bottom open, and then probably put some loops in for buttons or something. So yeah, I'll show you that when I've done with it. But again, it's everything's on slow pace at the moment. The other crochet thing that I did make, in one of the vlogs, I found really close to me a really nice vintage store, like in the Netherlands are called a brokant. I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, it's a vintage store, like a second-hand, like a thrift store, but like vintage. You know, it's not just a mishmash of, you know, modern junk. It's really vintage. So randomly there was a really nice vintage ball of string, which I thought, well, it looks pretty, but I wanted to use it. So I crocheted this little basket for myself in, sorry, it's having trouble focusing. So I just I didn't even follow a tutorial. I just all you do if you crochet, I would start with a magic ring, is it? Magic loop is socks, magic ring is crochet. And then I started off with a single crochet 6 into the magic ring. You could also do a chain, and then chain 2 and single crochet 5. Just use a marker so you know where the beginning of the round is for the first round. And then I do, so start six single crochet, that's US term, 6 single crochet. Then I do, the next round is 2 in each stitch, then it increases to 12. And then the next round is single crochet, 2 stitches in the next, which is a class as an increase. So it's single, increase, and then the next round will be single, single, increase, single. So I'm going up every time. I'm going up and up and up till I like the size. And then when I get to the size I like, then to pull the sides up, I single crochet in the back loop. So you see this ridge here. So a single crochet in the back loop only, and then I just single crochet, and then it starts out, it's a little bit sort of like messy, but it does gradually, you know, start becoming actual walls. You could even put like really stiff card in it or something if you wanted, but I just wanted a little trinket basket for the craft room. I'll probably put my what are they called? You know, the little pegs, the craft pegs. Oh, I forget the name of them now. Somebody will mention it below, because you're good at doing that when I forget things, which is quite often. So there you go. You could also just change up the colour, you know. So really, these are really, really nice ideas. I was actually toying with making a few of them, because we're having like a Christmas market / open day at the art centre where the workshop is. But there were this particular string or yarn or jute, it's got a bit of nylon in it as well, and it was very hard going on my fingers and my wrist. So I thought, no, this was just a one-off for me. So yeah, really nice. Make a bigger one, put your Christmas nuts in, mandarins, Easter baskets, anything. These are super handy if you crochet. I would stick them on your repertoire. So that's all the crochet I've got going at the moment. Yeah. Knitting, again, smaller things, but a couple of finished objects. One of them, actually, I spoke about this in the last podcast, because I really wanted to show, just to talk about concentration. So I talked about my playground day socks, and I think I did show you this beautiful finished sock. This is a pattern by lovely Lauren, who's knitting at New, and this pattern is written so simple, and it works up really, really quickly, and I really, really love it so much. And it is a paid for pattern, but it's not expensive at all. So anyway, I knitted the first one, and then life got a bit stressy, and I spoke about this already. And then let's see, I'll put this on the sock blocker if you bear with me. Gosh, they're lovely. This is actually my own hand dyed yarn, and the toe is Lammy's Running, is it? Yeah, Lammy's Running. So I spoke about this in the last podcast, about how, you know, stress knitting doesn't work for me, and then ripping back lace work also doesn't work for me. So I had this whole dilemma, and I managed to sort of put it back on track a little bit. I've shown you how the lines, yeah, that gives you a good look. I want you to, yeah, this side's better. Oh, I didn't sew the end in there. Anyway, yeah, so I've shown you, if you look here, how I just knocked out a couple of stitches, and I managed to pull it back a bit, but you see how it's not a continual line. Anyway, so I carried on, having a great old time, thought I can live with that, and then it just went out again. And at this point, I was like, I am not frogging this sock, because from here upwards, it looks beautiful, if I don't mind saying so myself. So I thought, do you know what? I was getting all worked up about it, and I was really upset that, so the first time, you know, it happened, I was like, dawn. And then, you know, the second time, let's see if I can twist it so you see it a bit better. Yeah, you see that jog there? So it's got a jog up here and then a jog up here. And the second time it happened, I was really upset and I thought, stop it now. Why are you putting this pressure on yourself for a knitted sock? So I thought, do you know what? I wanted some mindless sock knitting. So I just carried on. It's going to be in my shoe, for goodness sake. Nobody's going to see it. So yeah, so I have got finished. Actually, I've not weaved the ends in the top of that one either. I have got a finished object. Am I a bit sort of sad about it? Yes, I am, but it's also, for me, it's a good, I'm always a glasses kind of half full kind of person. And I think, well, that's just a valuable lesson to when you're a bit stressed or tired or not really, you know, sharp on the ball as you usually are, don't do pattern work. Just don't do it. So that's a finished object. I've got another finished object to show you. How are we doing for time? We're okay. So many of you will know I've been following the Year of Dishcloths, which is by Garlane, who's the kitchen sink shop. And every month, if you sign up to her newsletter, every month you receive a free pattern for a new dishcloth. They're knitted in cotton, and I have really enjoyed doing this. And I'm so pleased with myself that, you know, we're waiting for the last one now, December, and I've done everyone except March or May, which I'm definitely going to go back and do it when I'm in a real. That was a little bit for me. That was a bit more of a challenging pattern, even though we did a colour work one month. I like colour work. So that's a classic example of stressy knitting, and that one I did pull back and I've just put it to one side. So I can't wait. You know, I'm actually feeling a bit. I'm in a better place now at the moment. I'm sleeping a lot better, and you know, whatever. So I can't wait. I want to try and tackle that one before I do the final one of the year. So anyway, this is the November one. This worked up so quickly. I literally cast it on one evening, and then yesterday I finished it. I don't block dishcloth. This is in Scheepjes Catona. I don't know the shade because I'm using stash, you know, like half balls that I've got in stash, so often the ball band's gone. But this pattern is called Log Cabin. Isn't that lovely? That would actually make a beautiful blanket. That's a nice thing as well with these patterns, because the repetition, you can just multiply them, you know, across and downwards, and you can actually keep working the pattern and make a nice blanket. So super happy with that. Garlane is a very prolific knitting designer. So if you're not familiar with her, go and check her out. She designs socks, garments, you know, she's great. And so far, the patterns I've been doing, the dishcloth patterns, are written so well, you know, and I just screenshot the repetition and print it off one page, and then I actually write on my doodle. So yes, that's the Year of Dishcloth. The other thing I thought I'd show you, I don't know how much progress I've made on this, but I figured, well, I'm filming at home now, so I don't have the pressure of sort of dragging all my projects to the workshop, because I don't knit or crochet often at the workshop. I'll only do that if I'm dyeing yarn and I'm, you know, things are soaking or, you know, in the pots. So yeah, I don't know how far I've got with this, but this is the Cat's Paw Cowl by Michelle Fishman Cross. So I don't know how far. I think I might have done the first repetition. I'm almost done with this. I've not got much to do. So as you can see, that's the little cat's paw. This is in my own hand dyed yarn. This is from DK, or maybe possibly Aran weight yarn from the Dutch island of Texel. Not from the breed Texel sheep, but it's a Texel sheep. And I've really enjoyed knitting this. This is a lovely knit, because this, even though I was not, you know, my concentration levels wasn't good enough when I was knitting this, it was just enough, and then I just went into plain knitting. And I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, because of shoulder issues, I'm only knitting continental style at the moment, which is helped massively. So this knitting around continental style, Oh, it's so enjoyable. In case you're interested, these are the Knit Pro Zing interchangeables, and it's a free pattern actually from Ravelry. It's their 5mm, so that's how much I've got left from a 100-gram skein. So when I finished it, I'll let you know how much I used. So really enjoying that. So that's some more knitting. Jeanette actually inspired me to have a go at this. I've been looking for patterns to use up my leftover sock yarn, the self-patterning or striping sock yarn. I've got quite a bit in my stash now, because I'm not often left with a 50-gram, because I like to knit my socks a little bit longer. I don't wear shorties. Oh, and I've forgotten it now. I think I might cast it on in a few weeks. If I get on top of enough whips, I might cast it on. I found a new pattern for a cowl using, you know, your leftover sock yarn, the patterned sock yarn. So this has been, I downloaded it. I think it's a free pattern. I'll show you in one of the podcasts. I downloaded it and I thought, no, just get on top of some of your whips. But then I saw Jeanette had posted on her one of her podcasts, Jeanette's my friend from Crafty Creations, that she'd knitted some plain wrist warmers, and I think she'd used sock yarn, and I thought, what a great idea. So yeah, Jeanette actually put I'll link to Jeanette's channel below. I don't know what video it was in though, so you'd have to look back, but she wrote her recipe in the description of the podcast at that time. I didn't follow Jeanette's because I've got thick wrists, so I thought I'll just sort of wing it a bit. So they're not exactly the same because I was playing with it, but actually when they're on you wouldn't notice. So I'll show you. This yarn was last year's Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve cast on yarn, and I think it's a Regia one, an Arnie and Carlos special design line, I think it is, and I think it was called Christmas something, Christmas Garden, Christmas something. If you look at Regia and Arnie design line, you'll see it. And then I mixed it with a drops silk, some kind of silk mix, like a mohair. Again, I haven't got the ball band, I'm sorry. I'm just experimenting at this point. So I love the effect, if you look. Because in reality, these socks are really bright. They're beautiful, like that Scandi sort of design. So it really softens them, but look. This one's a lot longer and this one's shorter, because I was getting impatient because I was playing with my own recipe, and I think I cast on, oh, that was it, I was playing with needles, that's what I remember now. Yeah, so Nicolette, my friend Nicolette, bought me 3mm Chiagoo 9-inch circulars, and I've never knitted with 9-inch circulars, so I thought I don't want to do a sock in case I don't like them. That's what I remember now. So these are done on 9-inch circulars. They hurt my joints. So would I knit another wrist warmer on them? Yeah, I might do. I think it's practice, you know, perseverance. But then look at the tension, because then these are done on 3mm Knit Pro Zings. So you look at, let's do it this way. You can look at the tension difference. That's fine, I was just playing. And then also they're shorter because I got fed up. Now, these ones, stupidly, I didn't do a stretchy bind off. I don't even know what I was thinking. So I've blocked them out. So they fit nice. You can see the join. Where I don't know, I've got like a little bit of a sort of, even though these are done on 9-inch circulars. So anyway, I've blocked these out, and as it is, they fit really nice. But originally I just did a regular cast off, you know, where you just knit 2 stitches and then pass over the first stitch. So So then I thought, let me just try, no, I'm lying. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. That's why I've got the seam. Scratch that. These are the ones I did in Magic Loop. That's why I've got the seam. Like, it's not a seam. There's not a gap between those stitches. I don't know, for some reason, the mohair, I don't mind. This is a stretchy bind off that I used. Not the one, the one that everybody uses. Is it Jeans Super Stretchy or a Jeans something or the bind off? No, that's not that. That's just a box standard stretchy bind off. So these fit like a dream. They're shorter. I don't really need them much longer. However, if it bothers you, the regular stretch off flutes, you know, it's sort of, but I mean, when you put them on, they fit great. So I actually really like the fit on these. These are the longer ones. Okay, these are the ones that in my enthusiasm to cast them off, I just did a regular cast off, and they're so I've really blocked them out. But even then, I'm like, they're just, I don't know, they're just, whichever way I wear them. So this is a much nicer length, but look, they're really irritating me. So this is the cast on one, which is a bit looser, but still, you know, I won't wear them. They just annoy me. Maybe one of my friends, look, that's the cast off one, even just to get them on. See, the cast on actually fits quite nice. Actually, that fits really nice. But look at this. So anyway, I was just playing. If you're interested, so I talked about the needles. I cast on 46 stitches. That's what I cast on, 46. I think for a more comfortable one, I might go up a few more stitches. And here's the thing, I was ironically, I'm going to use the word, I was itching to try this. It was Alpaca Silk by Drops. I was itching to try it on. Oh my God, I will not wear these because they itch like you can't believe. You know, some people have that alpaca thing. I never thought it was me, but anyway, I really like them. They're so cute. They'd even look nice out, you know, in a little sort of display of stuff, you know. So anyway, we'll see. Nice to experiment. Definitely going to make more wrist warmers because they're lovely. And that with my hot water bottle in my, I don't know what that was, next door's dog has gone off as well. That with my hot water bottle, with my hands free, I'll be toasty and warm in that craft room. How are we doing for time? I'm just going to pause the video. I have to do that. I know I keep explaining it, but if you're new, the reason I pause around 30 minutes, I have this weird thing that when I'm editing the video, if it's over 30-40 minutes of filming, the audio and the film go out of sync. So that's why I pause it anyway. if you're a regular, you'll know. You'll be like, oh, pause it now, Dawn. I can hear you. Knitting. Wrist warmers. Oh, that's the other thing. I also can't remember how far I'd got on this. Just doing a little bit every few nights and, you know, 1 or 2 rows. But I thought, well, I'll just keep showing you the progress of my Close to You shawl. The Close to You shawl, this is, again, a free pattern on Ravelry by Justina Korkowska. And I'm using my minis up. So, sorry, I'm jingling. I've got a little jingle bell on that. I think that came with, I think that might have come from Ellie's advent last year. Did you hear the news? Ellie, if you don't know, from Craft House Magic. Her and Adam had the baby. Oh, I'm so thrilled. I think he's called Jensen. Oh, and he's a bigger, and he was over an 8-pounder. She put an Instagram story up. So nice. I love Ellie. She's just such a lovely person. Anyway, no, that's not it. Sorry. Here it is. Here's the stitches that I'm knitting, and then as you can see, oh, not a good angle. I think I normally sit further away. As you can see, I think I'm on my 4th colour now. I think quite a few of these sparkles are Ellie's, and I think, I don't know, this is all stashed stuff. I think this is a Burrow and Saw one maybe. And I'm just I'm going to keep going. I think last podcast I put a picture in of the fade that I chose out of all my mini stash, because I've got one Advent mini coming this year. I didn't even order Ellie's because with Brexit, the post has just gone astronomical, and I've ordered Suzanne from Green Lambkin because that was a monthly thing. But even then, so at the beginning, when I first started buying them, the import duty was quite low, so the postage was fine, but then it rocketed up. I don't even know how much. Well, I mean, if things don't change, I don't think I'll be ordering any Advents from the UK next year, except Jeanette's, because Jeanette's my friend. Everybody's my friend, but Jeanette's my special friend. Don't tell anyone I said that. Right, there you go. Close to you, Shawl. Right. I think that's it with the knitting. Let me see. Yes, it is. Oh, I've got some sewing, but while I think on it, I'm just going to prepare for another segment because I wanted to show you something. So I'm just going to quickly put something on a sock blocker so I can tell you about this at the end. Oops. Oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Come on, bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, that's prepared. Sewing. So, do you like that link? I don't know why. I just had an urge to try to sort of hone my French knot embroidery skills. And I can't remember. Something must have triggered me to do it because, you know, I'm terrible. People enable me to do things all the time. So, oh, I know. I think I wanted to make brooches for the Christmas market. It is because I've got these tiny, tiny little miniature embroidery hoops. So I stitched this, but the hoop just snapped. The wood was so flimsy. So anyway, I've turned this into a really, really wonky cushion for my dollhouse, but at the moment it's doubling up as a pin cushion. So I'll show you, but then I'll take the pins out. So this is a really, really dodgy cushion for the dollhouse. You see how wonky it is because I cut it out in a circle for the embroidery hoop. And yeah, well, it's fine. It's only for the dollhouse. If you don't know, I've got a really, really old dollhouse that it's a fixer-upper. And I put some Christmas things in it. So it's not finished, the dollhouse, but yeah, so that will go in there. Watch out for, I'm not doing Vlogmas, I'm doing Vlogmasy, whatever that may mean. So watch out if you like a bit of Vlogmasy. Maybe this makes an appearance. No, it doesn't stop there. I got the French knot book. I really enjoyed it. So then I decided to do some more. So there it is. What do you think? That's my freehand take on a Christmas tree. And I mixed the green up a bit. So there's a couple of shades of green in there. And it was just, I didn't draw it, I just went for it. And then I did some snow on it. And then this is on a linen, a blue linen. And then I used a really, really cheap kids crafting felt that I've had for years. So it's a dog's dinner at the back. But anyway, I just stitched a bit of felt on the back just to sort of protect the stitching. Love it. What do you think? Super happy with that, considering I was just experimenting. So yeah, I've just brought some nice fabric down from the craft room. So I think this afternoon I'm going to do a bit of stitching. And then the other thing, I can't remember where I saw it now. So a tutorial popped up on my YouTube feed. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it was. To make a birdhouse hanger. And it had like a little, the birdhouse had like a little sort of, inlay cut into it. And then coincidentally, Lisa, who's from, Lisa is from Pine Notes. Lisa's Pine Notes. It's Lisa. I'm so rubbish. Pine Notes. What's Lisa's YouTube channel? I'll put a link below. Oh my gosh, it's just gone out of my head. Anyway, lovely Lisa. She also stitched, Lisa hand stitches gorgeous things. She crochets, she knits, but she's like me, she's like an all-rounder, but her stitching's way better than mine. She'd made the birdhouse thing, so I thought, I fancy having a go, but I didn't want to make the hanger. So I just, I cut out, I haven't got it. I drew a circle around a glass, and then I added a little sort of square bit to the top to make a template. So it's the shape of a bauble. So this is what I made. So you can see, I wanted to try the inlay. I hand stitched mine. It was too fiddly to do on a machine. I just wanted to try it. And this is just some cotton stash that I had. And then this was just also a little bit of quilting fabric with a bird on it. And then the back of it I used felt. So, I mean, it's dodgy. I mean, look at that. You can see the stitching around it because it's hand stitched. But thought it was nice. Will I make some more? I don't know. I'll see. These are the kind of sort of Christmas, you know, nights in Christmas movies. So yeah, I'm making lots of little tiny things. Oh, wow, I've got to forget. I almost said I think that's everything. No, it's not. This is not the shawl, did you see? I finally, let me just arrange it nicely. I finally got round to finishing Ted. If you don't know who Ted is my completely hand stitched, weighted bear, and all his joints smooth. He's got cotter joints in. Well, that doesn't. He's hand stitched and he's weighted. I lost the final piece of fur, so he's got an odd ear. I don't mind. And then I hand stitched his little jacket. Actually, the pockets, you can put things in them. Thrilled to bits. It was a kit that I bought from a doll's house fair I went to a few months ago with my friend Antoinette. This is actually like a suede-ette. Don't look inside, it's really dodgy. But the guy at the fair where I bought him from said, because I looked in the kit and I said, oh, the fabric's different. I thought it was like a velvet. And he said, no, the display bear, the lady who made him, the designer, she'd used it the wrong way out. So this is like this linen kind of effect. And then what I did when I finished stitching him, I soaked the jacket in coffee. Well, I've not arranged him very nicely. And then he came with these little distress jingle bells. What do we think? Oh, I love Ted so much. Oh, he's so nice. Oh, and Jay, because he's weighted, he just feels lovely. He's currently living in a stulp that I bought from a vintage shop. I think I mentioned it at the beginning. So he's just living in there at the moment, but yeah. Oh, he's so nice. I love this little teddy bear so much. Just every time I see him, just gives me so much joy. And whenever I post a picture of him on Instagram, everybody says how much they like him. It just looks like he's been well loved, even though he's brand new. And every single thing on him, everything is hand stitched except his eyes. So yeah, thrilled to bits for that. Okay, I think that's it. That's all the sewing. So I have got a lot of incoming. I've been thoroughly spoiled actually this last few weeks. I have shared everything in the vlog, but you know, I know some of you don't watch the vlog, which is fine. So the first thing, I've been saving this. I almost unpacked them the other day to use them, but I thought, no, just so you're honoured. Actually, one thing I have been using, and in fact, there was some chocolates with some of these packages, that's all long gone. So this is from my lovely friend Karen, who stitches and jacks. and she sent it me for my 50th, but it was a bit late getting here, but I don't mind. I feel like I've had like an extended birthday. It's been fabulous. So she sent me this tin, which is Emma Ball, yeah. Many of you will recognise that pattern. Super handy tin. How nice is that? And then in the tin there was all kinds of goodies. I'll open it. A coaster. I think I start using this now. I've been saving it for the podcast. And then this I opened this and I've been using it. Actually, I used this. Oops, I've just knocked you, sorry. I used this religiously for this and stitching Ted. This is like a needle threader. And then there's the... Oh my gosh, makes life so much easier. I put a link to this in the last podcast if you want to buy one yourself. And then there was all kinds of teas and stuff. And then she wrapped everything in lovely tissue paper. And then she sent me these, now you know why I've been wanting to crack them open. These Scheepjes, these are actually sweet treats, maxi sweet treats. Aren't they gorgeous? I was thinking the other night, I was like, oh, I'm going to make something, crochet something Christmassy. And I was like, wait, draw. So now I've shown you I can use them, but that's not everything. Then I had a gorgeous gift, also for my birthday. And again, most of it I've ate. It's disappeared. If you want to see the unboxing, go back to the last few vlogs and you'll see them. This is from my lovely friend Sue, who's in Tasmania. Sue's not a podcaster, but she's one of my... I think Sue, were we friends on Instagram first? I can't remember. You'll let me know, I know you will. But anyway, I love Sue. She's just such good fun. Sue's an amazing sewer. Anyway, she sent me this beautiful package, and one of them was this sewing case. These. How gorgeous is that? And there was all kinds of goodies in it, which I think some of them I've took out. Yeah, I've took the fabric. Oh no, I've got them in. I took them out of the bag. Shouldn't have done that, I've lost. So she sent me a little bag with all goodies in. So all the fabric from the sewing case, and some hexiform and some canvas to make things for the dollhouse. Actually, I bet those Catonas, not the Catonas, the Scheepjes from Karen would make nice like a latch hook rug. Oh, French knots. Got me thinking now. Anyway, so and then there was cotton, and there was all kinds of little bits and pieces. And then so this is the case. It opens like this. Whoops, oops, that way. So you open it like this, and in it loads of compartments. Needle keeper, compartments. Her sewing is just like this, and a clear bag. You can put your English paper piecing in. This, how amazing is that? Oh, there's the cotton. I thought I'd put it in my cotton basket. Look at that. I'm gonna put that actually in that basket now, because I want to use that in a while. For your scissors. Just amazing. And then another pouch. How beautiful is that? Seriously, I mean, I've said to Sue, like, I can't get over it. Her sewing, and that it's all like bee themed. It's like, oh, I tell you, I've been so spoiled off all my friends. It's incredible. That's not all. Got another incoming. This is not birthday related. So if you've been around a while and you follow me on Instagram, you'll know throughout the summer, Jeanette and I hosted a make-along, only on Instagram, but I did keep sharing it on YouTube. I think also in the Facebook group. And it was called Enchanted Forest Mal 21. And it was open to anything made from yarn. You know, it could be amigurumi, it was anything. Even if you knitted a cowl, and if you could link it, cheating was also encouraged. If you could link it in some way to an enchanted forest, you was in. So we had some amazing entries, and ironically, two of the Helens really threw themselves into it. One of the Helens, my lovely friend Helen, who's one of my Zoom ladies from the Knitty group, she really threw herself into it, and she had all kinds of things hanging off a tree in a garden. It was hilarious. But there was another Helen, who just, she ran with it, you know, and just to see it sort of growing throughout the whole man was just amazing. Jeanette and I were blown away with it. So she crocheted or knitted, and I think there was a bit of hand stitching in there. Loads of characters. And then as more characters popped up, they were all woven into the story, and it became like a beautiful fairy tale. And there was like all the sections you could imagine, like the build up, you know, it was like the framing of the characters, then an incident, then a bad character appeared, and then how they all, you know, they worked together as a team, and absolutely lovely. Helen also paints, and she writes, and she illustrates. So this all sort of evolved into the story, illustrations, the photography obviously with the story for the mal, a rhyming story. She even learned stop motion. She did a video. I'll put a link to Helen's YouTube channel. So she even did a video where she read the story out. So if you want to sit down with one of the, you know, your grandkiddies or your kids, or, you know, your nieces, nephews, any little ones, or just watch it yourself, it's so nice. And then it sort of accumulated, is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word, I'm waffling now, into a book. So I was gifted a book by Helen, from Helen. So that's Helen Kettrid. She's Mousy Makes podcast. This is one of the photos from the Instagram make along, and as you can see, it's a tale from the Enchanted Forest. Lovely. And there is lovely Helen. This book's available on Amazon if you want to buy yourself a copy, and it's do you know what it reminds me of? Like you remember the annuals, Christmas annuals? It feels like that. It's just gorgeous. So, but no, that's not all. So this was gifted to me by Helen. So, and that's one of her illustrations. I've already shared, I shared this in last week's vlog, but if you missed it. And there, I'm going to cover my face up so you can read the dedication if you want to pause the video. Is it showing? Yeah. So I think you would have seen that Helen dedicated it to Jeanette and I. I will read it for you as well. She said, this story is dedicated to Dawn and Jeanette, who came up with the idea of having an enchanted forest make-along on Instagram in summer 2021, which resulted in me creating this little story using the characters and props that I knitted and crocheted for the make-along. And then she says, for Dawn, with love from Helen. And it's, so these are not the photos, even though the photo, one of the photos from the make-alongs in there, the book's all full of, that's one of my favourite characters, Bagman. It's all her illustrations, and it's just, I won't give the story away. Grab yourself a copy for Christmas or anything. It's just magical. And then she sent me a little card. When I opened it, the card fell out, so I didn't film me opening it. But the card, there's a little note in there which I won't read out. But the card has got one of her paintings on the front. Isn't that just beautiful? So, seriously, it's been like Christmas all over again for me this last few weeks. I've been, oops, sorry, I keep knocking the table. I've been so blessed. You guys. Okay, I did treat myself to one thing. I've actually been quite good with my, have I? Before I confess to something, I just need to give myself a little check. Have I been quite good with buying things? I think I have. I have. I went to the craft fair, the Credo with Nicola, and I bought a few things. And I think since then, so I pre-ordered this thought I'd show you. I've got the crochet one already. Finally, the Harry Potter. It's Knitting Magic, and this is the second book by oh, what's she called? I always forget her name. Tanis Gray. So many of you have probably got the first book. This is lovely. There's the back cover. Amazing, amazing things in this. I'm not tackling anything yet because I want to just get on top of things. I should have bookmarked a couple of the things I like. I love these Marauders socks. It says mischief managed on the back of the sock. Oh, love that. Love, love, love it. There was also oh, here, the Niffler. When I saw him, I definitely want to make him at some point. Isn't he just gorgeous? So it's from the Harry Potter world. So because obviously Niffler's not from Harry Potter, he's from something beasts and where to find them. Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them. Well, in the UK. They always have different names in different countries, don't they? But also, yeah, this is gorgeous. Colourwork again. Hogwarts Castle Cowl. Some kids in the park screaming. Anyway, this has been on pre-order for months. And I don't know what the delay was. I kept getting these notes, emails from Amazon saying it was delayed. I think I only paid because I pre-ordered it. It's always worth this. Always check out the pre-order price because I think I paid like 12 or 13 euro for this, which is like, I don't know, in sterling, like £10. So, top tip. Okay, that's all my incoming. Yes, right, here's the announcement and the giveaway, and I've still not thought how long I'm going to run it for. I'll have to have a think. Right, I did want to show you this because I spoke about it in the last podcast and I forgot to bring it to the workshop with me. And I have it with me so I can show you that. I finished one sock from, so this is a new pattern released by Angela, who's knitting on the farm, and she's released her let me check this, farmhouse. Yeah, it's Farmhouse Christmas Socks. And if you want, she's doing a knit along, I think from the 1st of December, there's a knit along on Instagram, maybe even Ravelry, I think. I'll put a link to Angela's channel below where she talks all about it. And the hashtag, if you want to join the cowl, it's hashtag KF Christmas Sock, Christmas with a C, not a K, with an X. So anyway, there's, I was a test knitter, little old me. What an amazing pattern. Seriously, Angela just did it's her first pattern. It's like, wow, absolutely love it. So I did speak about it. There's the sock, indeed, that I've finished. I'm going to use this sock as a decoration. I think I'm going to hang it on the fireplace as like a stocking kind of thing. However, so the story behind that is, for the colour work, Angela, so we had okay, step back. We had a test group and we were all comparing our colour work because this is super easy. It's just that, which is really, really, really easy colour work. The way Angela's charted it and written it, it's like idiot proof. If you're a bit afraid of colour work, start with this. And then the rest of it, it's just all plain knitting. So for me, this is the perfect sit on the sofa, crack on the Christmas movies, little nice snackies and cozy drinks. So this is like your perfect sort of mindless knit after the colour work, and even the colour work is not difficult. If you check out the hashtag, Angela's already posted some of the socks that us test knitters did, and our interpretation, she left it open, we could use any colour we like. So anyway, I'm starting to waffle. The reason I'm showing you this is Angela has kindly donated a pattern. So I'm running a giveaway. I'm running 2 specific giveaways in this podcast. So you can only enter the giveaway in this podcast. This is a sock pattern. That's in the giveaway. And then I haven't got a finished object or even a whip because I'm not actually doing it. But some of you might have seen that the lovely Lindsay, who's Stitch Create Love, also around the same period. Oh, my friends are launching patterns. I was so proud of them. Lindsay launched her Odette sweater. So I'll stick a picture here so you can have a look. And I think she did tell the story. I think it's like from Swan Lake, her inspiration. I thought it was, and it's lovely. You can see it's got like these diamond detailing, these eyelets on it. It's very, very, very pretty sweater. And I could be wrong, but I thought she had different versions as well. Like you could do a fingering or a DK, was it, or something? Anyway, starting to waffle. Lindsay has also donated a pattern for her Odette sweater because the sock and the sweater, they're paid for patterns. So if you would like a chance to win one of those patterns, here's what you do. Only in this podcast, in the comment below, obviously leave me a comment and say hello and what you liked and didn't like, and if you've got questions. But before you actually go into waffle mode, which is always welcome, at the beginning, so I can find them, write in capitals, so big letters, giveaway. And then if you've got a preference, because not everybody knits socks and not everybody knits garments, if you've got a preference, you write giveaway in block letters, capital letters, giveaway sock or giveaway sweater. So if you want a chance of winning that, that's how you enter. And then I'll run it until, what are we on? I'll run it until the 1st of December. Because then whoever wins the sock pattern has got it in time to start the Cowl. How does that sound? So I don't know if it will be, what I'll do, if I'm not podcasting on this channel. So here's the thing, if you hit the notification bell, there'll be a little bell shape either at the top or below. And if you don't know where to find it on your screen, if you Google where to find notification bell, it will show you on YouTube. If you hit that notification bell, every time I upload a video, you'll get a little sort of, every time you log onto YouTube, it'll say like, I'll be in your top list. You know, that's how the notification works. You will get notified when I'm vlogging, unfortunately, but if you don't want to watch them, you don't have to. But so giveaway sock, giveaway sweater in big letters, block letters, capitals below. The 1st of December, I'll either do a separate short video announcing the winners on my channel, or I'll if I manage to get a podcast out by then. I don't think I will because I'm quite busy and I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of crafty time at the moment. If I do, I'll do it in the podcast. But let's say you've got until the 1st of December to enter. So good luck, guys. But there is another thing if you are on Instagram. So this is really exciting. I realised a couple of days ago that I'm actually at the point of videoing this now, I'm actually almost at 2,000 Instagram followers. I am blown away. It's just, I mean, the fact that you guys just sit and listen to me waffle is like mind blowing. But the fact that these 2,000 people have took the time out of their day and followed my Instagram account is just amazing. So if you're on Instagram or any of your crafty friends are on Instagram, I've announced on there when I make the 2,000 mark. I think today I'm like 50 followers short of 2,000. When I make the 2,000 mark, I'm going to run my own giveaway on the Instagram channel because it is for the Instagram followers, and there it will be worldwide. And there'll be some of my hand dyed yarn, project bag. There'll be all kinds of crafty and just goodies in there. So if you're not subscribed or you're not following me already, or you know anybody else who's into crafting, spread the word. Hop on over to the Instagram account linked below, and yeah, I'm running a giveaway on there. So I think that's everything I wanted to share with you today. I think it's a bit of a long one today, so I hope you're still here. Otherwise it's going to be a very easy prize to win if nobody's watching at this point, if you've tuned out. Anyway, I am going to go. Thanks again for taking your time out of your day to spend with me, And I hope you enjoyed everything I've shared with you. And as I said, even if you don't want to enter the giveaway, that's completely fine, because maybe, I mean, it is a knitting giveaway, so and maybe that's not your thing, but just say hello and let me know if you're new, how you found the channel, and if you're one of the OGs, just give me a wave, guys. And I always love to hear from you, and I read every single comment. Even if I don't respond immediately, I read every single comment. So I'm going to go. Take care, and I will see you in the very next upload. Bye.